Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to today's Tafsir, inshallah. Today we'll be discussing Surah Ar-Rahman. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Ramadan, and I hope everybody's doing their salah properly and making lots of dua, inshallah, and looking after themselves. Staying safe, very important that we're staying safe, inshallah, and that we are also reciting a lot of the Quran. Okay, we shouldn't be stopping reciting the Quran. Remember, we've only got a few days left till the end of Ramadan. Let's make the most of it, inshallah. Let's busy ourselves with reciting the Quran, with praying our salah. We can do shopping, we can do so many other things, right, throughout the whole year. But the month of Ramadan and the speciality of the month of Ramadan isn't something that we should miss in any way at all. So inshallah, today's tafsir will be on Surah Ar-Rahman, and it will be from verse number 37 all the way till verse number 61 of Surah Ar-Rahman. Okay, now Surah Ar-Rahman, Rahman means the most kind and the most merciful Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most benevolent, the most caring and compassionate Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Rahman man used to give Shobser Dayalu, Shobser Meherban, Shobser Khurna Kornewala, Shobser Maya Khornewala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In this surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions himself right in the beginning of the surah, and he says Ar-Rahman, and he says he is Ar-Rahman, or this is Ar-Rahman, and then a few signs or a few qualities of Ar-Rahman have been mentioned. The first quality that has been mentioned of Ar-Rahman, of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is Allama al-Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught us how to read the Quran. Okay, let's send salawat upon the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallayta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka hamidun majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka hamidun majid. So as I was saying, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions his name right in the beginning of Surah Ar-Rahman. And once he does, he mentions a few qualities and a few mercies that he has given to us as mankind. Now we got mercy all around us all the time, okay? Allah Ta'ala mentions it very clearly in the Quran. وَرَحْمَتِي وَسِعَتْ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ, that my rahmah and my mercy encompasses everything. That Amar Rahmat ebong Amar Maya Shobkhano, Amar Koruna Shobkhano, okay? Koruna in Bangla means, compassion, right? We're not talking about coronavirus, right? We're talking about the Bangla word Koruna, which means Maya, which means Muhabba, which means love and compassion from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what we know is that the rahmat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is everywhere, right? There's nothing for us to be afraid of. However, one of the biggest rahmah and one of the biggest forms of mercy that Allah ta'ala has given us as human beings is that he has taught us the Quran. He has taught us how to read the Quran, how to practice on the Quran, okay, how to look at the Quran, how to learn from the Quran, how to teach the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us all of these things related to the Quran, and Allah ta'ala says that this is my biggest rahmah that I have given you, okay. The biggest rahmah also is Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He is the most for all of mankind, he is a blessing. And Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam came to practically show us how to practice on the Quran. So the Quran is a high form of the rahmat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's the words of Allah ta'ala. So Ar-Rahman allama al-Quran. Also khalaqa al-insan. He created us. Us being here, right, is valuable. But Allah Ta'ala teaching us the Quran and us learning how to live our lives correctly, that is more valuable than our existence. What value is our existence if we don't obey the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or we don't follow the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who was a role model, who practically showed us how to practice on the Quran. Therefore, Ar-Rahman, right, the most merciful one, okay, is the one who taught us how to read the Quran. And he has also خلق الإنسان, he has also created mankind. علمه البيان, and he has taught us how to speak. আল্লাহ সুবহানাহু ওয়া তাআলা খালি আমরা সৃষ্টি করছেন না, গাছ গলতেরও তো আল্লাহ তাআলা সৃষ্টি করছেন, কিন্তু গাছ গলতেরে আল্লাহ আশরাফুল মাখলুকাত খেতে লাগে ডাকরা না। কারণ গাছ গলতে মারতে পারে না, ফাত্তরও গলতে মারতে পারে না, ফাহারও গলতে মারতে পারে না। Where is the strength of a human being and where is the strength of a mountain? The mountain is far more stronger than a human being. However, the mountain can't talk. The mountain can't do anything. It can't direct people. It can't teach people, right? We can look at it and we can learn lessons from it, but it can't literally direct us like how a human being can direct us to learn something. Do you understand? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us the capability of speech, of speaking, of talking, of explaining, of giving lectures. Okay? This is a great benefit to mankind, because look, honestly be told, there are so many other creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there are so many other animals in the animal kingdom who are, big architects, or they're really good at stuff. Look at the beaver, right? He makes a lovely dam, okay? And he stops water, or he controls the water that comes into his area, and they're biting through the trees. They're meticulously planning where to put each twig and where to put each log. Look at the birds when they make the nest, right? They get only the branches that are viable for their type of nest. Not all birds make the nest the same. Some birds' nests are huge. Some birds' nests are small. Some birds' nests are unique, right? I'm originally from Bangladesh, and I studied there for many, many years. And there was actually a bird in Bangladesh. I can't remember the name. But what he used to do is, he used to make a nest which used to hang from the branches of these tall palm trees, okay, talgas. And the way he used to make the nest is he used to weave the the material of the nest into the leaves, so that no matter how much storm used to come, no matter how much wind used to come, I actually never came across seeing one of those nests on the floor. And Bangladesh is a place where you get a lot of storms, you get a lot of hail, you get a lot of stuff happening. But no matter what happens, that nest still remains on the tree, because that's how the bird fashioned it, and Allah Ta'ala taught it to do it like that. And there's a way to go in, and inside there's a chamber where it lays the eggs. And if I'm not mistaken, what it does at night time is it captures a a glowworm, and it places it inside the nest, so that during the night there's light inside the nest, and in the morning the chicks have something to eat. So breakfast is ready. So what I'm trying to say is, look at how clever Allah Ta'ala made that bird. Yet that bird is not ashraful makhluqat. Why? Because it can't converse with other people, it can't talk to other people. Like how we are able to, as mankind, we are able to talk, we are also able to pass our knowledge on through either writing, or through our speeches, or through books, okay? But the other animals, they can't pass their writings on, they can't pass their knowledge on. So this is a great ni'mat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that we are able to speak. Amra Allah ta'ala matbar সুযোগ দান করছেন, এটা বহুত বড় একটা নিয়ামত। কিন্তু বহুত প্রাণী হল আছেন দুনিয়ার মধ্যে যারারে আল্লাহ তাআলা বহুত মেধা দিছেন। আমরা দেশের মাঝে দেখি না, একটা ফাঁকি হল আছে যে থাল গাছের মাঝে তারা বাসা বানাইন, এবং তারা বাসারে তারা এমন জুড়তে বানাইন যে যত বড় তুফান হোক, যত বড় হিল হইয়া পড়ুক, এই বাসাগুলো আবার থাল গাছ থেকে মাটির মাঝে পড়ে না। এবং রাত্রির বেলা কিতা করে, তারা জুনাকি ফুকে একটারে আনে, এবং ওটারে বাসার মাঝে হারাইয়া থয়, যাতে সারা রাত তারা গেছে একটা কিতা ডিম লাইট থাকে, আর সকালটা তারা বাচ্চাইতে নাস্তা পায়। যাই হোক, আল্লাহ তাআলা বহুত প্রাণী সকলতে বহুত বুঝবার এবং বহুত ইন্টেলেক্ট দান করছেন, কিন্তু এর মানি নাই যে এরা আশরাফুল মাখলুকাত বনি গেছেন। আশরাফুল মাখলুকাত একমাত্র ম্যানকাইন্ড, একমাত্র মানব জাতি। এখানে আল্লাহ তাআলা আমরারে মাতবার যে নিয়ামত, মাতবার যে শক্তি, ওটা দান করছেন। আল্লামাহুল বায়ান। Okay, then ash-shamsu wal qamaru bi husban wal najmu wal shajaru yasjudan. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions about how, you know, the sun and the moon are there and they help us calculate our time. Or the sun and the moon, they've got their own timing. Okay, it's not like one day, you know, the sun felt like it was sleeping and it will leave the whole world in darkness. It's never happened. The sun has always come out. The sun has always come out to the world. Okay, the moon has always come out at its appointed time. Okay, bihusban, right? There's no such there's no incident that has happened like this in the past where the sun suddenly felt like it wants to take a day off, or the moon felt like this month I'm going to take a day off. No, they have constantly been you know, coming up, giving us the light, or giving us that sense of direction at night time. Okay, this has always happened. Now there will be a time when the sun will vanish, and that will be at the time of Qiyamah. Not only the sun, in fact the stars will also vanish. Okay, now coming back to the sun before the day of Qiyamah, Qiyamater আগে সূর্য বর্তমান তো এসে গিয়া পূর্ব দিয়ে উঠের আর পশ্চিমে গিয়া লামের। ওকে, কিয়ামতের দিন পশ্চিমে দিয়ে সূর্য উঠবো। Okay, the sun will come out from there, it will rise from the west. And that will be one of the signs of Qiyamah. Otherwise, the sun has always been doing what is programmed to do, and the moon has always been doing what he has been commanded to do. And this is a ni'mat of Allah Ta'ala. This is one of the signs that we should look at and realize that Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala is Rahman and Rahim. Okay, He is so kind. He hasn't left us in chaos. And look at the situation that we're in. You know, we might be thinking, oh, this is the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Allah Ta'ala is not going to bring about the end of the world so long as there is even one believer left on this earth. যতক্ষণ পর্যন্ত একজন মানুষ আল্লাহ আল্লাহ ডাকনেওয়ালা বা আল্লাহর উপরে বিশ্বাস করনেওয়ালা থাকেন দুনিয়ার মধ্যে কিয়ামত। So we shouldn't ever get the feeling that, oh, the end of the world will stop functioning, everything will stop functioning. No, not really. If we look at the big companies, the big shopping companies, the big courier companies, they're doing fine. Okay, they're bringing us our essentials. They're doing a fine job, and they're helping people out in a lot of ways that we don't even realize. So the world hasn't come to an end. The world is continuing. Okay, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Rahman and Rahim. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala looks after things. Okay, then obviously there's a famous ayah in Surah Ar-Rahman which we hear quite often, which says, فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ? Which of the bounties of your Lord do you deny, O you two races, meaning the races of human beings and the races of jinnat? Now, just like we are the inhabitants of this earth, and we have to obey the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have to abide by the Quran and abide by the Sunnah. And we have to believe that Allah Ta'ala is one, and Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is the messenger of Allah Ta'ala, as well as all the other messengers that have come before him. In the same way, the jinnat, who are another creation of Allah Ta'ala, they have to also believe in Allah, and they have to also believe in the final prophethood of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Now, we as human beings, we have been created from clay, we have been created from earthly materials, and we have a solidity to our body. Okay, whereas the jinnat, they have been created from fire, or they have been created from what do you call it, the heat of the fire, or the, what do you call that, a fiery aspect. Okay, however, they are not fire anymore. Just like we have been created from clay, but we're not clay anymore. If we have to get a clay piece and put it under water, right, slowly it's going to dissolve, isn't it? If we have to go and have a shower, we don't dissolve. Why? Because initially we've been created from clay, and when we die we go back to it. However, we're not it at the moment. We've been fashioned in a miraculous way where our body functions. There's blood running through our veins, there's meat, there's bones, there's so much happening in our body, right? But initially it was made from clay. In the same way, the jinnat were initially made from fire, or the fire aspect, However, they are not fire anymore. If they have to touch us, we're not going to burn, right? They can't come and suddenly, give a, kamehameha or something, right? And all of a sudden make us disintegrate because of the fiery aspect. Or they don't have powers like shoot out fireballs from their eyes like Superman or something like that. No. They have been created from fire. However, they're not fire anymore. And we can't see them, right? From what I know, one could be just sitting next to me right now, probably doing, whatever they're doing. I don't know, probably the jinns can see him, but I can't see him or her. Do you understand? The jinnats are everywhere. They inhabit the world just like we do. Tara shob khana, amra janan dunya moddhe aছি, tara dunya maze আছে, আমরা জানান আল্লাহর ইয়াদ করা লাগবো, তারাও আল্লাহর ইয়াদ করা লাগবো. And one of the main things that we understand about the jinnat is that on the day of Qiyamah, inshallah, we will all be going to Jannah together. We will be in Jannah together, okay? However, the ni'amat that they are getting, we will be getting the same kind of ni'amat. And Allah Ta'ala is telling us, فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. That's why, O mankind and jinnat, which of the bounties of your Lord and which of the favors of your Lord can you deny? And there is a simple answer to that: nothing. We can't deny anything of yours, O Allah Ta'ala, because everything of yours is special and everything of yours is meaningful and everything of yours is beneficial to us. We cannot deny it. What are we going to deny? The air that we're breathing, we're going to die. The food that we're eating, we're going to die. The, the water that we're drinking, no, we can't deny it. Otherwise, we're going to die. The basic need for staying warm when it's cold and staying cold when it's warm, we can't deny that. Basically, whether we accept it or we don't accept it, we can't deny and we can't not partake of the ni'mat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They are there. Allah ta'ala কোনো নিয়ামতের অস্বীকার করতে পারতাম না, কারণ যদি আমরা পানির অস্বীকার করি কিতা আমরা মরে যাব, যদি আমরা হাওয়ারে অবিশ্বাস করি আমরা মরে যাব। ইতারে আমরা বিশ্বাস করি বা না বিশ্বাস, আল্লাহর লগে ইকসিন্তরে জুড়াইয়া রাখি বা না জুড়াই, তবুও আমরা ইকসিন ছাড়া বাঁচতে পারতাম না। আল্লাহ তাআলা কোনো নিয়ামতকে আমরা কোনো সময় অস্বীকার কইরা থাকতে পারতাম না। And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions a few other ni'amat. Those of you who have a chance, read through inshallah. He also mentions that he has created the sky, and obviously it is above earth, and he has also created the huge scale that will be used to measure our good and bad on the day of Qiyamah. Qiyamatul din amra bala ebong mondore Allah Ta'ala ও মিজানের মধ্যে মাফবা মাফিয়া কইবা, যদি আমরা মাফিয়া দেখবা এবং যদি আমরা নেকি বেশি আমরা জান্নাতে যাইমু, গুনাহ বেশি হইলে আমরা জাহান্নামে যাইমু। অবশ্যই আল্লাহ তাআলা যদি কারোর প্রতি রহমত করতে চায়, যেসব মুহূর্তে চায় রহম করতে পারবা। এর বাদে afterwards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us about the earth and how it created so many fruits and so many crops in the earth from which we can eat. Allah Ta'ala জমিনের মধ্যে কত ধরনের ফসলাদি তৈরি করেছেন এবং কত ধরনের জিনিস তৈরি করেছেন যাতে দ্বারা আমরা খাদ্য পাইলাম। So all of this has been mentioned. Then Allah Ta'ala mentions various other things, okay, which I will not be talking about today. Today I will be going to the part where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ma'ashar al-jinni wal-insi in istata'tum, that O mankind and jinnat, if you wanted to leave the corners of the world or the limit of the world, then go for it. But remember, you cannot leave unless the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is there. তোমরা দিন চাও আসমান এবং জমিনের কোনা থেকে বাড়ি দিতে, তাহলে যাও, কিন্তু মনে রাখো তোমরা আমার পারমিশন ছাড়া, আমার অনুমতি ছাড়া বাড়িতে পারতে না। Okay? Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions فَإِذَا انشَقَّتِ السَّمَاءُ فَكَانَتْ وَرْدَةً كَالدِّهَانِ, that remember the time when Qiyamah will come, the final day of reckoning will come, and the sky will crack. The sky will bust. The sky will be split asunder. Okay? فَكَانَتْ وَرْدَةً كَالدِّهَانِ, and it will become like seething and boiling oil. Okay, it will become reddish in color, copper in color, and it will be seething, it will be boiling, right? The sky that we see, which is so beautiful to look at, right? Like looking out my window, I can see it's a nice blue color, the streaks of clouds everywhere. so comfortable, so peaceful, such a wonderful day. But on the day of Qiyamah, when the time of Qiyamah will come, the sky won't remain the sky that we see. It will be boiling. Just like if you have to boil hot oil in a pan, and then we boil it until the oil kind of burns and it becomes blackened and becomes reddish, etc., etc. That's how the sky will be boiling, and that boiling will be caused due to the heat of the fire of Jahannam. Okay, that will happen. Okay, যে আসমান ফাটি যাব এবং আসমান জেলান তেল উত্তরানি থাকে এবং তেল উত্তরাইতে যে সময়টা তেলও লাগানো হয় না, বরং আদা জ্বলাইল তেল হয়ে যায়, লাল হয়ে যায়। ওকে, এমেলন হয়েছে গিয়া আসমান লাল হয়ে যাবে এবং তেলও লাগান উত্তরানি থাকবো, কারণ জাহান্নামর আগুনের যে বাতাস আসমানের মধ্যে লাগা থাকবো এবং একটা আমরা উত্তরানি থাকবো। আর আমরা জেলান এবুল আসমানের মুখে চাইয়া আমরা কিছু কত সুন্দর লাগে, এই সময় আসমানের মুখে চাইয়া আমরা খালি ভয় লাগবো। Okay, فإذا انشقت السماء فكانت وردة كالدهان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. Which of the favors of your laws do you deny? فيومئذ لا يسأل عن ذنبه إنس ولا جان. On that day, no man and no jinnat will be asked regarding their sin. Meaning, when the command will already be issued regarding a person going to Jannah or Jahannam, right? Especially those who go into the fire of Jahannam. Once you're in Jahannam, there won't be any small talk like, oh, like, you know, when people are going to the prison, like, oh, what are you in for? What did you do? What are you in for? And they'll be like, some people, oh, you know what? Yeah, you know, I was a thug, you know, and I used to like do so much drug dealing, right? And the whole area was under, you know, my thumb. And you know, I could do whatever I want in the area. You know, like big talk in the prison, right? So then it's like, oh, so what are you in for? Nah, you know what? Yeah, I used to go around and I used to murder people. And everyone go, oh wow, you know what? This guy is a murderer. Stay away from him. You know, like there's a lot of big man talk in the prison. It's not going to be like that in the fire of Jahannam. You know, you're going to be taken straight to your punishment and you're going to be punished. Jahannam মধ্যে গিয়া বড়াই কইরা আমরা কেউ মারতে পারতাম না, তো কই মুজে না আমি ওটা করছি, আমি এই ধরনের অহংকার করছি, এই ধরনের গুনাহ করছি, এই ধরনের শিরক করছি, আমি মানুষের কলতে এই মিলান জুলুম করছি না, এমন কোনো কথাবার্তা হইতে না। No one will be asking you about your sins in the what do you call it, fire of Jahannam. Meaning, another meaning is, if the angels have been ordered to punish you, they'll just punish you. They're not gonna say, oh, they're not gonna go around figuring out whether you are innocent or not. If you're in the fire of Jahannam and if Allah Ta'ala has deemed for you to be in the fire of Jahannam, then you are not innocent anymore. So the angels are just gonna punish you. They're not gonna ask you. ফেরেশতা বলতে খালি আযাব দেওয়া থাকবা, তারা জিজ্ঞাসা না তুমি কি তা করছো, এখানে গিয়া জাহান্নাম হবে কিছু, এখানে কোনো দরকার নাই। আল্লাহ তাআলা জানেন যে আল্লাহ তাআলা মাফ করবার বা বাঁচাইবার, আল্লাহ তাআলা মাফ করবেন বাঁচাইবেন, কিন্তু ফেরেশতা বলতে জিজ্ঞাসা নাই কি সময়, right? So there's no way that you can put your case forward to the angels and you can expect some form of leniency from them when it comes to giving us adab. There will be no leniency from the angels of adab. Okay, يُعْرَفُ الْمُجْرِمُونَ بِسِيمَاهُمْ فَيُؤْخَذُ بِالنَّوَاصِي وَالْأَقْدَامِ. Those people who were committing sins in the world, their marks will be found on their faces. যারা দুনিয়া থাকতে জুরুম করছেন, তারা নাফরমানি করছেন, তারার দাগ চেহারার মধ্যে দেখা যাইব, তারার যে নিশানি একটা চেহারার মধ্যে দেখা যাইব। فَيَوْمَئِذٍ لَا يُسْأَلُ عَنْ ذَنبِهِ إِنسٌ وَلَا جَانٌ, right? And يُعْرَفُ الْمُجْرِمُونَ بِسِيمَاهُمْ, meaning those people who are believers and those people who used to do wudu, they will also have a mark, and their mark will be whatever place we used to wash in the world for wudu, inshallah those places will be dazzling and radiant, okay, and they will be shining brightly, okay. However, those people who disbelieved in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or disbelieved in the truth, or you know, they were committing lots and lots of sins, what will happen is their faces will be darkened, okay, their faces will be darkened. And we see something like that in this world. It's not a matter of whether a person has dark skin or fair skin. If a person is worried, if a person is anxious, if a person is nervous, then you can see that worry and that nervousness and that you know, fear in a person's face, where the facial the face takes on a different tone. It goes more darker. When a person is really worried, you can see a certain darkness on their face, right? So it's got nothing to do with the color. It's got to do with how you will be, how fearing you will be, or how anxious or scared you will be on the day of Qiyamah. So those people who will meet Allah while they are mujrimeen, while they are sinners, their faces will have a darkened look to it. Whereas those who believed in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they will have a radiant look to them. And through this, they will be recognizable. Then فَيُؤْخَذُ بِالنَّوَاسِ وَالْأَقْدَامِ, then they will be grabbed by their forehead and their feet. Okay, so one of the meaning is they will be grabbed like this. Like, I don't know if you've seen, like, I've got a baby at the moment, and obviously when sometimes you have to clean the nappy, and obviously after that you have to like pick it up from all areas, then like pick it up and like chuck it, stuff like that. So something very filthy, right? In the same way, when a person is going to be thrown into fire Jahannam, they'll be treated as filth. The head and the feet will be like grabbed together like this, and then they will be chucked in the fire Jahannam. That's one of the meanings. Another meaning is, মানে যারা জাহান্নামের আগুনের মধ্যে নিক্ষেপ করব, তারারে কোনো ইজ্জত ছাড়া খল্লা এবং ফাওরের লগে জুড়া হইরা তারা এমলা করে ফালানি, মানে কোনো ইজ্জত নাই. Another meaning is that they will be grabbed, right, backwards. So their forehead and their feet will be grabbed and will be placed together, and they will be squeezed and their back will be broken. Okay, their খফাল এবং ফাওরে উল্টা মুখে এমলা কইরা জুরাইয়া লাগানি হইব, এবং লাগাইতে গিয়া এমন ভাবে চাপ দেওয়া হইব যে তারা আড্ডি ভাঙ্গি যাব. Okay, and then they will be thrown into the fire of Jahannam. So that's a few meaning that we get. Okay, فيعرف المجرمون بسيماهم فيؤخذوا بالنواصي والأقدام فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبون. Which of the ni'mat? Now look at the punishment you will be getting if you don't believe in Allah Ta'ala. Now tell me, even though you are getting punished by Allah Ta'ala, yet you have so much in this world. So which of the ni'mat of Allah Ta'ala do you deny? هذه جهنم التي يكذب بها المجرمون. That it will be shown to the people that, look, this is the Jahannam. The Jahannam that you used to deny, this is the Jahannam that you used to deny. It will be rubbed into their faces, literally, that this is the Jahannam that you used to deny. Where is your false bravado now? Where are all those instances where you disobeyed the prophets of Allah? Where are all of those arrogance? Where is all of the arrogance that you showed in this world? Where is it? Okay, so obviously no one will be able to answer. Now, talking about Jahannam and how it will be rubbed into a person's face, we have to understand that many people deny the existence of Jahannam, that whether we do right or wrong, they deny the fact that we're going to be asked regarding this. Tara এই জিনিসটার অস্বীকার করেন। Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Jahannam ro তৈয়ার করছেন, জান্নাত ro তৈয়ার করছেন. And there is a hadith, in hadith we learn that obviously for you to go to Jannah, you will have to pass the bridge. Okay, the bridge which is between from where we need to go to Jannah, and that bridge will actually be situated right on top of Jahannam. Either full sirat takh, full sirat khoy বা জিসরুন হয়, একটু হচ্ছে গিয়া জাহান্নামের উফরে থাকবো এবং এর উফরে চলাচল হইরা চলিয়া গিয়া মানুষ জান্নাতে যাইতে হইবা. Now obviously those who are meant for Jannah, those who don't have any sins, or they are very high up in respect in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we pray that we also become like that. They will travel across that bridge very fast. Okay, it's mentioned that some of the people will cross that bridge in the blink of an eye. Some will cross it as fast as lightning. Some will cross it as fast as a fast wind. Some will cross it as fast as a horse can run. Basically, there will be levels of how fast we cross that bridge. There will be some who will be crossing it while they crawl. They will be dragging themselves on top of the bridge. And the thing about that bridge is, it's not a normal bridge. In the full sirat, it's a normal সেতু নাই, এটা কিন্তু খরাত থেকে আরো বেশি দাঁড় থাকবো, খরাত থেকে আরো বেশি, it will be more sharper than a sword or a saw, right? And it will be more thinner than a hair. চুল যতখান চিকন এর চেয়ে আরো বেশি ফাতলা এবং চিকন থাকবো, এবং খরাত থেকে আরো বেশি দাঁড় থাকবো। এর উপরে চলাচল কইলা আমরা জান্নাতে যাওয়া লাগবো, কিন্তু এর মানে না যে আল্লাহ আমরা শাস্তি দেওয়ার থাকবা। আমরা ঠারও পাইতাম নাই। আমরা কোনো বান্দা তারা হিন্দু যাওয়ার বাদে তারা জিগে পা, আমরা শুনছিলাম একটা ফুলসিরাতের উপরে চললিয়া আমরা জান্নাতে যাওয়া লাগবো। Quite ফুলসিরাত, আমরা তো এখনো ফুলসিরাত পাইছি না। We haven't actually found that bridge yet. We heard that there will be a bridge, but then it will be said to them, you've already crossed it, meaning we won't even realize that we've crossed that bridge. Yes, there might be those individuals whose sins are quite a lot, right? Obviously, when they will cross the bridge, they will actually feel it. They will feel the adab of the bridge. They will feel the sharpness of the bridge. They will feel, and there will be hooks lining that bridge, which will be attempting to stop a person and throw them down into the fire of Jahannam. If full sirat চতুর্দিকে আমরা হল থাকবো, হুকো হল থাকবো, আংটা হল থাকবো, যেটাই আমরা দইরা জাহান্নামের আগুনের মধ্যে ফালের চেষ্টা মধ্যে থাকবো। So obviously we pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes us from amongst those who cross the bridge faster than we can blink, okay? And Allah ta'ala saves us from being punished on that bridge, because if you fall from that bridge, straight away you fall into the fire of Jahannam, okay? Also, يطوفون بينها وبين حميم آن تارة يعذبون في الجحيم وتارة يسقون من الحميم وهو الشراب الذي هو كالنحاس المذاب يقطع الأمعاء والأحشاء. Now when a person enters into the fire of Jahannam, there will be no respite. There will be no chance for them to rest and be prepared for the next adab, because they will constantly be in adab. Sometimes they will be punished by the fire. Sometimes they will be punished by being made to drink a certain drink of Jahannam. তো কোনো সময় তারারে আল্লাহ সুবহানাহু ওয়া তাআলা জাহান্নামের আগুন দিয়ে শাস্তি দিবা, কোনো সময় গরম পানি দিয়ে শাস্তি দেবা, এবং মানুষ যে সময় জাহান্নামের আগুনের মধ্যে জ্বলা থাকবা তখন তারার পিপাসা লাগবো, এবং যে সময় পিপাসা লাগবো তারা চাইতো না খিতা তারা খার, they won't even look at what they are drinking. Fasharibuna shurbal him, there's another ayah that mentioned they will be drinking it like a camel drinks water, okay? Okay, there's a little bit of time here. Shurb al-Hamim, obviously it's not mentioned, it's mentioned in Surah Al-Waqi'ah. There is an illness that sometimes afflicts a camel where they can't quench their thirst, and that illness is they always feel thirsty, and no matter how much they drink, they don't quench their thirst, and they keep on drinking until their insides burst and they die, okay? It's an illness that afflicts a camel. So those camels, they can't stop drinking. When that illness afflicts them, they can't stop drinking. That's how a person is going to be drinking hamim in the fire of Jahannam. Now hamim is a serious drink, okay? It's not normal water. It's, brother, even talking about that is really, really distressing, and it's really, really hard. Because you see, when a person drinks that hamim, when a person drinks that water, what it does is, it's like burning copper, okay? The moment a person drinks it, يُقَطِّعُ الْأَمْعَاء وَالْأَحْشَاء. What it does is, it enters into the body and it literally cuts the insides into pieces. এই যে ফানিটা যে সকল খাইন, একটা গিলার বাদে ভিতরে খালি জ্বলাই না, প্রত্যেক ভিতরে যে নারী বুড়ি যেতে যেতে আছে সকলটিরে খাইটিয়া টুকরা টুকরা করিলায়, খাইটিয়া টুকরা টুকরা করিলায়, okay? and then that water is released from our backside, and with that water all of our innards are also released. Okay, it's hard to imagine, and these are just things that we can relate to, but these are just names. Whatever we hear, whatever descriptions we hear, they are like names. Then it's like when we talk about, we say, oh, I've met Adam today, or I've met Sulaiman today. That's a name. That doesn't really give you a picture of who Sulaiman is, or who Adam is, or who Hamza is. It's just a name. If you actually go and meet them, talk to them, sit with them, travel with them, you get to know actually who that particular person is. So whatever description we hear of Jahannam is just like a name we hear of a person. The actual reality is far greater and far more severe than what we have heard. In the Jahannamor befare ullik kora hoy, ito isiga naam shuru. Manu isiga estunuz naam huni o inu isiga Moqaddar Ali, inu isiga Shamsumia. Amra khali naam hunchi. Kintu এই মানুষ কি তা আমরা জানি না। তাই লগে দেখা করলে, তাই লগে বইলে, চা খাইলে, সাক্ষাৎ করলে, উঠা বসা করলে আমরা আসলে জানবো যে শমসুমিয়া খে বা মুকদ্দর আলী খে। ওকে, বা এর আগে খালি নাম শুনলে খালি নাম শুনছি। এমন হচ্ছে এই যে বিশ্লেষণ এবং যে ভাবে আল্লাহ যেভাবে আমরা গেছে ইকসিন্তর ব্যাপারে আয়, ইতো হচ্ছে গিয়ে নামুল্লাহ খান। আসল যেটা একটু হচ্ছে গিয়ে এর চেয়ে আরো বেশি খারাপ থাকবো। ওকে, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. So there will be no respite given. Sometimes you will be given water to drink. Sometimes you will be given, what do you call that? Sometimes you will be burned in the fire of Jahannam. Sometimes you will be, there are some descriptions of the fire of Jahannam. One description is a person will be told to climb a mountain, right, which is flat, meaning there's no way for you to grab anything, because it will just be made out of, if I'm not mistaken, copper. And obviously it will be copper that is heated, because it's bang right in the middle of the fire of Jahannam. So obviously it's going to be heated up in that way, and a person will be forced to climb it. You will be slipping and you will be burning, but you will constantly have to climb it. It's a non-stop climbing into into the unknown, because you don't know what's on top of the mountain anyway. There will be nothing there but adab, but still you are forced to climb that mountain. Okay, that's one of them. Another thing is a person will be hit with massive rods of fire, which will be given to the hands of the angels who have the responsibility of giving adab. The মানুষকল tere বড় বড় রডের দ্বারা ফিটানি হইব, মারা হইব। Okay, এটা ফিরিস্তা কলতে মারবা। And there's a description of what will happen, of how it will inflict pain onto a person's body. Okay, this is all will be found in the fire of Jahannam. May Allah Ta'ala save us, brothers and sisters. The last 10 days of Ramadan is when Allah Ta'ala helps a multitude of people from the fire of Jahannam. Let's make sure that we are from amongst those who He saves from the fire of Jahannam. Let's turn to Him, let's ask Him for forgiveness. Okay, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions وَلِمَنْ خَافَ مَقَامَ رَبِّهِ جَنَّةً. However, those people who are Allah Akbar, there's so much mention of the fire of Jahannam. Okay, we'll talk about that another day. There's mention about a person who will be grabbed by their forehead into the fire of Jahannam, and they will be shaken in there until their meat melts off, and only their bones will remain, and their eyes will remain in the sockets. যে একটা মানুষটা খফানা মাঝে দইরা জাহান্নামের আগুনের মধ্যে জাখরাইতে হইব কিতাব তার শরীরের সব গোস্ত এবং মাংস গলিয়া ফরি যাব, এবং খালি আড্ডি থাকবো, এবং চোখ হল মুখের মধ্যে থাকবো, আর তাছাড়া আর সকলটা জড়িয়া সারখা রইয়া গলিয়া ফরি যাব। So may Allah Ta'ala save us from the adab of the fire of Jahannam. Allah Ta'ala আমরারে জাহান্নামের আগুন থেকে মুক্তি দান করুক ইনশাআল্লাহ. Now brothers, Allah Ta'ala mentions about those individuals who fear Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Zara Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala re boy fine. وَلِمَنْ خَافَ مَقَامَ رَبِّهِ جَنَّتَانِ. And whomsoever fears the time and is aware of the time and they act for the time which when they will be standing in front of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, then they will be getting two Jannah, they will be getting two huge fields or huge paradises. Okay, they Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala shamne kharawar boyfriend, meaning whenever they do anything, right, they are foremost concerned about their position with Allah Ta'ala and whether He approves of it or not, or whether He'll be getting reward for it or not. Basically, all of the actions are for the akhirah. Okay. Now, if that happens, وَلِمَنْ خَافَ مَقَامَ رَبِّهِ جَنَّتَانِ, then Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala has promised that if your actions are always done with the with your concern for standing in front of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, meaning you are afraid that you will have to answer for what you do, and your actions are according to that, then inshallah you will be getting Jannah, you will be getting paradise. فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. Therefore, O mankind and jinnat, which of the bounties of your Lord do you deny? ذَوَاتَ أَفْنَانِ فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. Meaning that the Jannah that you will be getting, okay, it will have trees which have huge branches, right? If you look at a big old forest, right, you will see how unique it looks, how natural it looks, how beautiful it looks, because of the thick leaves that are on the trees and because of the lovely foliage that is there. In the same way, a person will get Jannah where the trees will be full and it will not be sparse. Okay, the trees will be full and all the trees will be bearing fruit. فِيهِمَا مِن كُلِّ فَاكِهَةٍ زَوْجَانِ. In all of the trees there will be the trees will be bearing fruit. فِيهِمَا عَيْنَانِ تَجْرِيَانِ. And also in the Jannah there will be streams that are flowing beneath us. Now compare that with the scorching heat of Jahannam. Here you've got lovely weather in Jannah, you've got everything, and you've got the coolness, you've got running water and all the beauty that surrounds that. Okay, so and that will be yours. Okay, that will all belong to you as a believer in Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, and as someone who always kept their meeting with Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala at the forefront of their actions and at the forefront of their minds. فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ فِيهِمَا مِن كُلِّ فَاكِهَةٍ زَوْجَانِ. There will be so many types of fruits, right, in those trees, right. There is another mention of what does it mean by we will be getting two Jannah. One Jannah will be there. One of the gardens will be such that all of the utensils will be made of silver, and another one will have all the utensils made of gold, right? And we will get to see Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala quite regularly. Okay, also every single branch will have different types of fruits on it. প্রত্যেক শাখার মধ্যে ভিন্ন ধরনের ফ্রুট থাকবো, ভিন্ন ধরনের ফল থাকবো. Okay, and those trees will be huge. Okay, may Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala keep us steadfast on deen. Remember, when we go into Jannah, inshallah, we will be lying on couches. আমরা এই ধরনের বিশ্রাম করা থাকবো, আরাম করা থাকবো এমন একটা জিনিসের মধ্যে, এমন কতটি বিছনার মধ্যে, মিন ইস্তাবরক, the inside of those, the inside lining of those things will be made of silk. So as we know, silk is something very expensive, silk is something which is very valuable. So Allah Ta'ala is mentioning that just the under part of it is going to be made out of silk, meaning if the under part, a part that is not usually the main part, if that can be so richly made, if that can be so valuable, then imagine what the other parts will be made of. Judin এই নিচের অংশ যেটার মুখা মানুষের শোক করে না একটা যদি এবুল রেশমির দ্বারা বানানি হয় তাহলে উপরের গারে আল্লাহ সুবহানাহু ওয়া তাআলা আরো কত সুন্দর করে বানাইবা this is all there for those who believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala right وَجَنَى الْجَنَّتِينِ dan and all the fruits that you will find there they will be there for us to eat in fact وَدَانِيَةً عَلَيْهِمْ ظِلَالُهَا these fruits whenever we want to eat them they will come to us the branches will literally come in front of us and we're going to be able to eat the fruit and the branches will give off whatever fruits we want okay in one tree you can have different variety of fruit in that one fruit you can have different variety of flavors different variety of colors different variety of smell do you understand whatever is pleasing to you you will get and also there will be قاصرات الطرف لم يتمثهن إنس قبلهم ولا جان there will be maidens inside there for the believers who will be looking downwards meaning their only gaze is for the other half তারার একমাত্র খালি তারার জামাইন মুকা বা যারার লাগি নির্ধারিত হয়ে দেওয়া হয়েছে তারার মুকা তারা চোখ থাকবো অন্য কেউর মুখে তারা চোখ থাকতো না এবং ইতিপূর্বে তারার শরীরের মধ্যে কেউ স্পর্শ করছেন না until then nobody has touched them meaning they are virgin and they are fresh made they are actually made for the jannatis okay they are made specifically for the jannatis okay كأنهن الياقوت والمرجان as though they are corals and rubies and expensive what you call that gems meaning they will be so beautiful and so lovely to look at okay and that's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying هل جزاء الإحسان إلا الإحسان what recompense can I give for your good actions but something good in return meaning because you were doing good in this world your recompense is Jannah so you deserve it that's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us so brothers and sisters what we do is let's remember that in Jannah we have so much happening okay so much beauty is found in Jannah and what we learn is man khafa adlaja wa man adlaja balagha al-manzila whoever is fearful of reaching their destination then they start off early and whoever starts off early they reach their destination indeed what goods Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has in store for us is very expensive indeed the goods that Allah ta'ala has in store for us in Jannah যে কোনো একটা জায়গার মধ্যে ফোসার বয় করে যে আমি ফোস মিনে না তারা সকাল বারে যান কি এমন হয়েছে গিয়া এবং যারা সকাল বারে যান কি এরা হয়েছে গিয়া জান্নাতও ফোসি এরা হয়েছে গিয়া তারার ডেস্টিনেশনের ফোসি দিতে পারেন এর লাগি হয়েছে গিয়া আল্লাহ যে ডেস্টিনেশন আমরা রাখছেন একটু হয়েছে গিয়া খুব সুন্দর এবং খুব বালা এবং খুব এক্সপেন্সিভ ও কারণে হয়েছে গিয়া আমরা এখন থেকে একটার ব্যবস্থা নেওয়া উচিত এবং এখন থেকে এই সফর আরম্ভ করা উচিত আল্লাহ সুবহানাহু ওয়া তাআলা আমরা এই সমস্ত আমলগুলো তৌফিক দান করুন ইনশাআল্লাহ I would just like to mention that if any of the women of Jannah had to just look at the earth যদি জান্নাতের কোনো একজন হুরুল আইন একবার খালি দুনিয়ার মধ্যে সাইতা لَمَلَأَتْ مَا بَيْنَهُمَا رِيحًا then just because they looked or just because they they showed themselves slightly to the world the whole world and whatever it contains would have been filled with fragrance and remember the women who for the women who are in Jannah they will be whatever beauty and whatever loveliness is mentioned about the Hurul Ain, the Mu'minat, the Muslimin, our mothers and sisters who will go into Jannah, they will be the leaders, they will be far more beautiful and they will have far more to them than the Hurul Ain. If a Hurul Ain, just by looking at it, just by looking at the world, right, or just by showing themselves to the world for a split second, if the whole world gets filled with fragrance, then be assured that our mothers and sisters and who are going to Jannah they will be much more valuable and much more beautiful and much more fragranted than these Hurul Ain because they will be the queen They will be a queen, like a queen. The difference between a queen and a normal person of a kingdom, that will be a difference between a mu'minat and a hurul ain. The mu'minat and our mothers and sisters and daughters who are going to be going to Jannah, they are going to be far more superior and far more beautiful than the hurul ain. Right? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us steadfast in deen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from amongst the muttaqeen. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala let us make the most of this world, inshallah. And meaning, let us make the most of the time that we have, especially this month of Ramadan, so that we can get a high position in Jannah. وبالله التوفيق. سبحان الله وبحمده. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك. أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. جزاكم الله خيرا وأحسن جزاء.